Hi guys, and welcome to my first series on this channel. Yay! Ladies and gents, welcome to the Hands series, where I'll be talking about more personal, grim things about faith in general through my own walk with Christ. The spin on things is that really all I'll be drawing will be hands. So it's going to be personal, but then also impersonal at the same time, you feel me? Yeah, okay. Today's topic will be on the bane of my existence, hesitation, and how I overcame it. Lord, nobody told me how annoying progress can be. Like, you're growing and you can tell you're growing, yet you still feel so small and so far from your goal.
That's me with my biceps right now, but that's besides the point.
The point is that I'm way past the whole Jonah thing. Like, you guys know how I started. I wasn't very willing to post content because it seemed like such a big responsibility, which it actually is, because from the get-go, I understood that this is bigger than just a YouTube channel. This is ministry. This is one of my callings, to create and share my art. And the whole thing just made me flip out at the time. Like, I was like, holy cow. But I'm not running away anymore, guys. I've changed my ways. I'm a whole new individual, you know? And that's fantastic because biblically, I'm at Nineveh now. But the next step is now the harder part, which is to speak. Jonah was called to not just go to Nineveh, but also to preach to Nineveh. And it was a one-time thing for him, actually. It was just like this one very hard message that he needed to preach to a whole people. But for me, I have a variety of topics that God brings me here to talk about every month, and they've been actually quite fun and pretty light-hearted until now. Because for a hot minute, just the idea of preparing for next month's video had me quaking in my boots. Like, my timbers were shivered. Wait, really? Why? Oh, you'll find out soon enough. Just stick around for it. You have to click that button over there. Yeah, that one. Yeah, subscribe. I'm obviously not going to give spoilers, but more or less it's a topic that I was taught the truth about a while ago. Like, I knew I'd have to address it eventually on this channel because it's something that is part of the very core of why I'm on the internet. But I was just surprised that God wanted me to do it this early because it's controversial. So I was a little scared. The thing is that it's not new for the truth to be controversial. It's just that I'm used to listening to others speaking out about things that are hidden. But you're telling me that I have to do that too? Oh my gosh. But what could I do? I already couldn't say no. I feared God enough not to. But then I lacked the courage to say yes at the time. Hence, I was in limbo. I hesitated. I knew I shouldn't be scared. Like, okay, I could get mocked or whatever for the truth, but it wouldn't matter since this is bigger than me. This whole thing is God's will, you know? But that's the thing, and that's what I'm here to talk about today. So listen carefully. If I'm dealing with fear about something, like, oh my gosh, what if this whole thing goes left and it blows up in my face? Oh my gosh, I just shut up that part of my brain by going back to the word, because that gives me the chance to look at what my predecessors had done in their walks of faith and how God also strengthened them, you know? So that's what I did. First thing I noticed, when you're not the one with the sling in your hand like David, or the one about to blow that final trumpet at Jericho like the people of Israel, you can say whatever you want because you're just a bystander compared to the actual person or people that God is using as a vessel. Then again, it's kind of funny because the second thing I noticed is that throughout history, every time God was about to do a miracle or cause this massive movement, he'd always make space for people to make an opinion about the situation. Like, even though you're just a bystander, he'll still want to see what you have to say. Before God used Moses' rod to part the sea, he allowed the Israelites to grumble. He also allowed the Egyptians to think that they had a chance to destroy the people of God, which is just like, hello. Anyways, same thing happened in Elisha's time. There was a period of famine when God told Elisha to tell the king, hey, so I'm about to bring all the food back, sit tight, literally just give me a day and you guys will be fine. And when Elisha did come before the king to say that, literally this rando, they came out of nowhere. Okay, he wasn't out of nowhere, he was the king's right-hand man, but he said something like, God's gonna bring back food in a day? You really believe he's capable of that? Oh my gosh.
Bro died for that.
And hindsight is 2020 because when you read these completed stories, they can seem so simple. Like, oh, trust in God. Just do what he says, bro, and everything would align. That's the principle, and I'm not against it. It's just that it can also get so easy to blame the guys that ended up failing the test of faith. Because they literally needed to just do it, like do the right thing. It can also be quite easy to minimize the work that others put in to pass the same test, which is just horrible because the Bible literally has a hall of fame for people that had mammoth-sized faith. Third thing I learned, the only difference between those two types of people, as in those that pass and those that fail, is that the first group were always able to kill something in themselves. Like, is it their pride, their image, their fear, whatever it could have been that would have made them second guess themselves or even back down when people would mock them. Like, think of Abraham. He killed his son in his heart, of course, as in like he was determined to give him up, and then compare him to someone like the rich man that Jesus told to give up all his riches for the poor. He couldn't kill that part of himself that wanted to stay rich, so he ended up giving up on eternity, which is just insane, but okay. Again, these are just case studies. I don't think we can all judge the poor guy. Ironic, I know, because I mean, how many of us would be able to do the right thing in that situation? And the same question goes for Abraham's story. Like, how many of us would be able to do the right thing, you know? Point is, killing off these sort of things that would end up stifling faith actually make space for faith to breathe and to grow. All these things I've said, right, are simple proof that Christianity is a walk of death, which isn't new news, of course, but like when you live through something, you want to talk about it. And maybe it's due to how much I think about this death to self thing, but I've grown sick of content that portrays the Christian walk as like just flipping sunshine and rainbows. Like, I'm not against the content in itself, because I also make those videos. I'm just against the lack of balance of things. Now, if I'm anything besides a child of God, I am a sucker for romance, okay? I'm a lover girl. But when something is romanticized, when the good parts of something is highlighted but the harder parts are tucked away, I have a big problem with that, especially when it regards something as real as Christianity, like the Christian faith. Cause you legit just get the lulu. Like, before we see the exuberance of God's face and the many things that he has in store for us, both in heaven and here on earth, there is this big, ugly, probably rotting cross that we are given to carry daily. And that's just going to be a running theme throughout this series and more of my coming art pieces, so I'm just telling you this ahead of time to get ready for that. Okay, so let's finally talk about the painting. Girly Pop is about to smash something to pieces, something that she still values, something that she would never be able to repair. I don't know, maybe it's her ego, it's her pride, the way she carries and sees herself. She's never going to get it back the same way. And she has to do it because it's a blockage to her right now, and miracles cannot happen when the vessel is unwilling. But she just can't move her dang hands, like, because she's full of so much fear. I was full of so much fear until she raises up a prayer, because she just realizes that there's no way she's going to be able to do this one on her own, which she was never supposed to, because this is how faith is designed. You cannot see your mouth move, but you can see the shaky hands when all of a sudden, in the midst of all this indecision, it's like the day breaks. There's this warmth that just comes in and caresses her hands and is giving peace be still type vibes. Fear just dissipates and the shakes are gone, because darkness is gone, because it must always leave when the light comes. And then fun facts. Number 1, this is actually my third hand painting. Like, I have others I've made for this series, but I brought out this one first because this was the right period for it. Plus, the first one, I don't even understand it, and I'm the one that drew it. The second one is quite personal, so I'm just not ready to post it. So in due time, you'll see those two posted. Number 2, speaking of not understanding my own pieces, I had a whole different color scheme planned out for this painting. Yet, it was only during the finishing touches that I just stared at this thing and I was like, what? I wanted blue. I said purple. When did this even happen? Like, what? I'm sure some of us already know that purple means royalty according to color theory, but I wasn't sure what the negative connotations were about, and so I went to Google that. And then Google said it can mean arrogance,
What?
immaturity,
No way.
and mourning.
Oh my gosh.
Editor me chipping in, I just want to say that apparently purple could also mean indecisiveness, and that is actually the very core of this message, and that blew my mind because that's just all God. I did not change the color scheme out of my own volition, and I'm still in shock about it because that was purely the Holy Spirit. Number 3, I have a mic now. Let's go! I bought it with my hard-earned money. I really hope you could tell. Like, if you couldn't, I would not believe you. I actually would not believe you. But yeah, I hope you all have a great day once again, and goodbye.